Peace and love then. What's the business? Hey, this Judah the Pharaoh, the street ambassador, coming at you. Look, dig these blues, right? All right, so I want to talk to you today a little bit about the Lavar ball syndrome. All right. Now, it's no secret that this brother LeVar Ball is, a bit boisterous and speaks his mind. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't believe it. It's not so much what you say as how you say what you say. At the same time, those are his offspring, and he have the ability to express what he want to express and raise his children the way that the best he knows how. And a lot of times we are real judgmental, but some people are just doing the best that they know how, And everyone have character flaws or whatever, or idiosyncrasies and whatnot. At the end of the day, I want to talk about effective communication, and being a good guide instead of being a dictator. My baby boy is 14 years old, 6'7", and I'm 6'5". He 14. My oldest son, 15, 6'3", 250. My baby boy weighed 300 pounds. At the end of the day, there has to be an air of respect there. At the end of the day, my sons are very well mannered. They're young. They're young men, so they have their little quirks like all young men do. But at the same time, I try to guide instead of being a dictator, because I want them to grow into their own. I want them to be the best best version of themselves they could be. I don't want them to be the best version of me that they could be, because everything that's in me is not in them. You see what I'm saying? They can't say, well, it's a big rich town. Whoa, yeah. Come up hard. Living all illegal, baby. I gotta make it. Shout out to 50. I'm glad you put that back. But I digress. So look, either way it go, they can't do what I could do. And the stuff that my baby boy gonna be able to do that I can't do, because he's 6'7", 300 pounds. You feel what I'm saying? My 15-year-old, he's 6'3", 250. He got some growing to do. So it's gonna be some things that they can accomplish that I won't be able to, because I'm not endowed with the physical prowess and able to accomplish as such. Now, with that being said, I have to be able to take myself off and say, hey, this is what I want for him. Like my baby boy, he's 6'7", but when he was 5 years old, he had a brain tumor removed. So if it was, of course, me in my protective nature, I don't want him playing no football. I don't. He understands it. His mother don't want him to play football. He understands it. But at the same time, I understand that he's a young man and he's growing into fruition of being his own. I want him to have that, a sense of, self-gratification, accomplishing things that he wants to for himself in life. Because at this point, that's what it's about. I've lived my life, I'm allowing them to be the best them that they could be, the best way that they, were endowed to physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, which brings up the security, right? Mental security, the stability, I should say. Mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional stability. LeVar Ball said something about, Lonzo Ball being damaged goods. Now, it's not my place to give opinion, but personally, myself, if I was to say something of that nature to my son, not saying that I would, but if I was to say something like that, I would make sure it's a one-on-one thing, because, really, he's a handful, and he know who he is. And like Lonzo Ball say, hey, it's him. He know who his father is. So that's their relationship. It's not our place to, to dictate or try to iterate what we feel or how we feel that their relationship should go. Because that's his seed, right? His seeds, right? And matters of whether or not it turns out positive or negative, it is his seeds. So, and at times in life, we have to afford patience the opportunity to formalize prosperity. And sometimes patience will formalize, a lack of productivity. So it's just about the way we apply ourselves. So with that being said, I just want to encourage everyone, let's be good guides to our offspring and not be dictators. Let's allow them to be who the Most High and universe and our DNA created them to fully be. Let's break cycles, where children are being used and viewed as a meal ticket. Because mine, don't come in mind about in your conversation, you approach us, me, or my child's mother, my child's mother, my children's mother, about getting them to play. The last thing you need to do is come at us talking about a professional career and a monetary way of generating any kind of anything that is not entailing them putting their education first. Of course, with their physical prowess, if they put their best foot forward, they could definitely achieve a status on a professional level. But we don't want to implant that in our brains, that we would try to implant that in our children's brains. We want to get them to focus, because too many times people are focusing on chasing the check. The man makes the money don't make the man. And if you sow this into your children's spirit to go chase the money, then they'll feel like that is what's up. So with that being said, I just want to encourage everyone to focus on the things that will be solid as far as a foundation. You see what I'm saying? Because if you go chasing a professional career in basketball or football, and right when you get ready to get drafted, you get hurt, you've chased a ghost. And, I'm not going to speak that into my children's existence, but let's be honest with ourselves. Things of this nature do happen. And we have to process things in a realistic fashion. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm not into building my children up and fashioning their mind frame around being a professional basketball or football player. No. I'm behind you 110% because I want you to be the best you could be. I'm focusing, I'm going in my pocket to get professional coaches so you could be the best you that you could be, even though I don't want you to play football. I'm just going to be a good guide for you because this is what you're choosing. Now, it would be in my best interest to do this because it's in my child's best interest. To me, myself, as a child, my father, there's a group called Flies, FLAJ, 4 Live Ass Junkies. They used to, they have gold and double platinum plaques for singing World is a Ghetto, Ghetto Boys. What we see every day, living in the ghetto, this is where I stay. They're like my brothers. But at the time when we was in the 9th grade and they were putting that group together, you know, they asked me to be a part of the group. Keno asked me to be a part of the group. And my father wouldn't allow me to do that because he was held under the restrictions and constraints that his father had put him under. He held me under those. So now my father, who was looked at in the 10th grade by the Kansas City Royals, they wanted him to play professional baseball. You know what I'm saying? They wanted him to play professional baseball and for the Kansas City Royals, but my grandfather wouldn't allow it because my grandfather couldn't read, right? And he had to learn how to read from his wife, which is my grandmother. And now, with that being said, it's a lot of things that I have regrets for, you know, because now they got gold and double platinum plaques. You see what I'm saying? And I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want my children to have those regrets. I don't want mine to have to say, hey, well, I could have been that, but my father wouldn't allow me to do that. You know, or my father tried to choose a different path that he wanted me to go down. That's not me. And I want to encourage all of y'all to not be that. You know what I'm saying? Sit back, talk to your children. Listen to them. Look at things not only through physical eyes, but look at them and their actions through spiritual eyes. That we get, because we're spirit with a body, we're not a body with a spirit. And I want mine to be physically, mentally, emotionally, and, you know, spiritually inclined. So with that being said, we gonna keep everything moving forward as a guide. And then I'm going to look through that first eye in every situation because I'm spirit with a body. I'm not a body with a spirit. So it's not a third eye. If a third eye, then it would entail that my physical body was primero. It was first. You see what I'm saying? And it's not. I'm spirit with a body. So with my first eye, I will continue to be a good guide for my offspring. And I just want to encourage y'all to have the same mind frame, you know? Like I say, I'm not into talking down on nobody else, but I'm into encouraging. I want to encourage each and every one of you. So with that, peace and love. And keep your head up. Judah the Pharaoh, street ambassador.